Okay, so this is exercise 6.7 and it's the muffin ingredient manipulation. So what I'm going to do is make muffins using the standard mixing method, which means we're going to leave the batter a bit lumpy in appearance. And then we're going to also make some muffins that I overmix. So I do some more mixing and then you'll have a chance to compare the texture and the shape of the muffins when they're finished. So first I'll get the dry ingredients all into the bowl. So flour, sugar, we're using the single acting baking powder, and salt. And I'm going to stir those together. And then in another bowl, I'm going to mix our beaten eggs, milk, and butter that has been melted. So I'll give those a good stir. Okay, now I'm just going to add the wet ingredients all at once. And then quickly get these mixed together. Okay, so you can see that this batter is pretty lumpy looking. And I'm just going to fill half of our muffin tins with the standard mix. Okay, and just so we can tell the difference between these two muffin procedures, I'm going to put a few dried cranberries on the top. So these will be our standard degree of mixing. Okay, now I'm going to take the dough or the batter, and I'm going to keep mixing this up. All right, I think I did enough work there. And now we'll just fill the other side of the baking tin. It feels even different, it feels stiffer. Okay, I think these are pretty even, and I'm going to put them in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes and we'll check them if they're done. Okay, so we've pulled the muffins out of the oven, and we'll just take a minute to evaluate some of the characteristics here. So remember that the muffins that had the cranberries on top were our standard mix. So I'm just going to take one of those out along with one of our overmixed. So first we can just kind of look at the shape, and you can see whether the shape is slightly rounded or if it's peaked or if it's flat. There's a bit of a difference you can tell in how this one is a bit more peaked. And then even just looking at the surface of the muffin, so we're going to be looking to see if the top surface is smooth or if it's rough or if it's slightly pebbled. And then we're going to cut these in half and take a look inside. So if you take a look inside, we're going to be looking for the size of the walls. So the walls, kind of surrounding the muffin, and then right in at the grain itself. They don't actually look that different inside. I guess that in here you might say that there's slightly more tunnels. And then actually I'm just going to put them back together quickly too so you can see the height, or you can actually view the height from here. You can tell how much the muffins rose when they were in the oven. So we filled our cups about 2/3 full, and the standard oven mix, it did go above our muffin liner, but just a little bit. And then the overmixed, they ended up rising quite a bit more, so the volume of that muffin is quite a bit taller. I'm just also looking on the inside here. You can tell there's a bit of a difference in the texture. The overmixed one does appear a little bit more gummy. So I mentioned while I was mixing it that the dough felt different and kind of stiff, and I think that's what happened. And you know, even this wall, it's got kind of a thicker outer coating on the wall there than the standard mix does. The grain, I guess in general, the grain is a little bit bigger in the overmixed.